I'm very happy to also welcome everyone to this conference on financial frictions, macroeconomic implications, and policy options for emerging economies, organized by the Central Bank of Chile, the Journal of International Economics, and the Financial Stability and Development Network of the IDB Research Department. As most of you know, we originally planned to hold this conference in March 2020, but had to cancel it last minute due to the pandemic. I'm very delighted that today, more than a year later, we can finally get together virtually to present and discuss these top quality papers. The idea of this conference started a couple of years ago when Andres Fernandez was the team leader of the Financial Stability and Development Network. We wanted our network to provide a unique set of products in the form of policy tools for central banks across the region. The papers that will be presented today and tomorrow have been selected with that very question in mind. What tools are useful for policymakers in emerging markets? Even though circumstances have changed since the papers were selected back in December 2019, many of these policy tools continue to be relevant and can be adjusted for today's problems. The pandemic has challenged stable monetary policy frameworks in the region. However, central banks have been cautious and creative in maintaining the stability they gained in the past. Central banks in the region are key players in the recovery from the ongoing crisis. And even though the policies discussed at this conference were not exactly designed for this situation, they provide tools for understanding and devising solutions for today. This is just an example of the advantages of independent central banks' actions. The benefits of central bank independence are currently not obvious for many citizens, given that inflation has been low and stable for close to 3 decades in the majority of countries. In this context, stepping up communication to explain the scope, benefits, and limits of central bank policies is crucial to regain the support of people and the politicians. Misperceptions of central bank roles, misunderstood policy goals and instruments, and an erosion of public support for their independence may enable politicians to pressure central banks without fear of public retribution. Therefore, it's important to resist unnecessary mandate expansions and to emphasize the limits of policy, while calling on other relevant actors to do their part where needed. Now, going back to the details of the conference, let me say that the last session today will be a special one. Two groups of economists from central banks in the network, Chile and Peru, will present top quality research conducted under the guidance of Enrique Mendoza and Roberto Chang, respectively. This effort involves a high level of commitment from central banks in dedicating time and resources to research. This initiative also reflects the commitment of the Financial Stability and Development Network to support research and share the value that it brings to efficient policymaking. So let me congratulate the authors of the papers for their outstanding research projects. I would also like to thank Sofia Bauduco, Roberto Chang, Victoria Nuger, and Alessandro Rebucci for their hard work in selecting these papers. Enrique Mendoza has been an amazing coordinator and liaison with the Journal of International Economics, and I know that Andres Fernandez and Martin Uribe will work very hard as co-editors of the special issue. Finally, let me also thank Victoria Nuger for continuing to build the relationship with the other institutions and co-organizing this event. And Tessie Vasquez, Aglae Parra, and Mariela Simedey for their support in making this event possible, along with the entire team at the Central Bank of Chile. Many thanks.